Hey everyone, Linda here. Welcome back to AdoreR. Hope you're doing great today. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Hope you got out in the sunshine. I hope it's sunny where you are because it was great outside today here in Tennessee. I got out in the sunshine, enjoying the rest of these sunny days before winter sets in during the fall months. Yeah, all we get here is rain and gloom and gloom and doom. I'll be like, is the sun gonna ever come out? And then when the sun do come out, it'll be so beautiful after all the rainy days. I guess it's worth it. After the rainy days, you get beautiful sunshine, and it's just beautiful. But anyway, I digress. What I'm coming to you today with is I'm going to do, somebody commented below. They asked me, did I know some authors who wrote alpha male. Now, a lot of people don't like alpha male characters. They be like, no, I can't even put up with that. And because in the alpha male, what they call it, the dog, I can't think of, when I want to come on here and video and tape and stuff, I can't think of nothing. I cannot think of nothing. But in the alpha, I guess they say when you have like the alpha male story, or the guy is alpha, either the female is weak and she need to be saved by the alpha male or whatever. You get those kind of what do they call that? Trope. There you go. It's that kind of trope. Well, some of the books I'm gonna show you today, some of it got some of those kind of tropes, but it don't bother me because if the story is good, and if I start reading it, I'm interested in the story, and then I have a love-hate relationship with the alpha male because sometimes they do be over the top, and I be like, really? But I love him and I hate him because I love some parts of his character, and then some part of the character I be like, really? You gonna do that? But I like reading alpha male tropes. It don't bother me, and I like strong female characters too. But sometimes, yeah, they don't have the female be weak or whatever. Or I like, really, you need him to do this for you. But like I said, if I still love the story, I can't help it. I love the story. And I love both of the characters, even though the female needed help from male character. That don't bother me. As long as the story is good, I'm interested in the story. As long as the writer told me an interesting story, I can overlook the main character. And then if you fall in love with the main character, even though they have flaws, big flaws, you still love the character. So yeah, so these are some of the books that I really love, and I went on Goodreads and see what the rating was on them, because in the alpha male stories usually the rating be low. But even so, I gave all of these 4 stars. So I'm gonna start with the over the top alpha male character and go down to, okay, well, they tamed down. They are tamed down a little bit characters. First off, I want to start with, and then also mostly with alpha male characters, you're going to have some adult content, a lot of over the top adult content too. So we're going to start off with that first. Over top alpha male character and over top adult content. Because as you can see, I got this from AdoreR Cave Present, and AdoreR Cave is known for their erotic romances. So we starting off with Jewelry. I hope I pronounced her name right. Jewelry Strong. And this is Tracy's Psychic. Now, this book already had me because the female is psychic. I think I mentioned on here, I like when the female character is psychic and then the male character is a cop. Now, I'm already all in. I'm already all in with this story. So I really, really love the story. I gave this 4 stars to me. But the alpha male character, he was doing the most. I'm letting you know right now. So read at your own risk if you want to read this, because the male character is over the top and the female character is, yes. I'm not even going to go into it. Because you're going to be like, really? What is her name? And she's an elf too. So this is like a paranormal romantic suspense. Her name is Aisling. Yeah. I'll be like, really, Aisling? You need him to... Okay, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm not even going to read the back of this. I'm just going to let you know that it's paranormal romance, and it's, I think it's going to be like some kind of suspense going on. And yeah, and he's very over the top. You're going to be like, really? You might not be able to get through it because of him, but I loved it. I had a love-hate relationship with both of them. But I still love the story. I still love how she wrote the story. And I found out when I was looking on Goodreads, I went to see what Goodreads gave it, because I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. But Goodreads, the ratings on Goodreads was 3.77. So some people hated it because they said the female character was weak. But it didn't bother me. I enjoyed the story. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to say I gave it 4 stars. If you want to check it out, you can. But I'm just letting you know, right? Because once I read this, I enjoyed her writing so much, I went to read some of her other books. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is book 1 in the Supernatural. I didn't even know this was in a series until I was looking down here, and then it says Supernatural Bonds. Then I was like, oh, this must be a series. So I went, like I said, I looked on Goodreads, and it's a 3-book series, I think. So I might go back and check out the other 2 books in series, because when I read this, I read some other. I read her. She had a crime tales series with detectives, because you know I love detectives, but those alpha male men, they were just, I just could not, I didn't love the story, and I just could not get into it. I think I DNF some of them. I just could not get into it. But for some reason, I really, really love this story. So I'm going to go back and read the other 2 books in this series. I think book 2 is called Storm's Fairies, and book 3 is Sophie's Dragon. So they're all paranormal. So I'm going to go back and see can I find book 2 and book 3. And when was this published? This was published in 2005, because I think I read this on as an ebook, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I went and purchased the actual. I think I mentioned if I really, really love the book, I'll go and purchase the actual physical book. So if you want some over-the-top alpha male, Jory Strong is your author, because she, like in them crime tales series, oh my goodness, she was doing them all. I could not take those. I was like, But in this one, he was over the top, but I love the story. So, yeah, I gave this 4 stars. And like I said, the ratings on Goodreads was 3.77. Next, I have another one from AdoreR K. This is Sarah McCarthy. She writes some alpha male characters, too. Promises Linger. I really enjoyed this book, and this is a historical western. I'm not going to read the back of it. It was a western, and like I said, AdoreR Cave is known for their adult content, but it had adult content, but it wasn't over the top. It wasn't too over the top to me. I was like, I wouldn't consider it erotic. I don't know. Maybe I haven't read this in a long time, but from what my memory is, I don't think it was too over the top. In the adult content, I don't know. Read at your own risk, that's all I'm going to say. But I gave this 4 stars. I really, really loved it. Promises Linger. And I'll tell you a little bit about this, because I really, really love this one. It's about Elizabeth. She's on a ranch, and she's looking for somebody to help her on her ranch. So I guess she just couldn't have, because she was out there by herself, she just couldn't have this guy come out there. So she ends up, I don't know if he's in jail. I don't know how she meet Asa. His name is Asa. But she ends up marrying him so he can help her with her ranch. And that's how they get together. And it's set in Wyoming. That Wyoming territory. I really love this. I gave this a 4-star book too. And I've read these books. I read this book right here many times. I read all these books I'm showing you. I've read them over and over because I really, really enjoyed them. And this was, let me see when this was published. This was published in 2004. So, so when I read Promise Linger, once I read this, I enjoyed the story. There's another, and he wasn't too alpha male to me, but she writes some alpha male character, because some of her other characters in her other books, because once I found this and I enjoyed her writing, I went and tried to find all the books I could by Sarah McCarthy. And I think she got a Hell's, I don't think, is this a series 2? Let me see here. Yeah, this is in a series 2. This is the Promises series. So I think I read book 2, which was Promises Keep, and I read book 3, which is Promises Prevail. And in the other 2 books that came after this, those they were over the top male. So after book 3, I was like, I can't. And I think it was 5 books in that series. I think I stopped at book 3. I was like, no, I can't go no further. But the first book, I really, really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend it if you like a good historical western with some adult content. I can't remember. I don't think it was over the top with adult content. I don't think so. And I don't think he was too alpha, but I can't remember. But I recommended her because her other books, I've read her Hell's 8 series. Now I've read most of all the Hell's 8 series. That's another Western, and it's going to be on 8 guys. They all grew up together, I think, and each guy going to have his story. Now those guys were alpha male, and some of that adult content was over the top, but I really, really love this book. I gave it 4 stars. So check it out. It's Promises Linger, if you don't mind the alpha male and adult content. I have to keep giving that warning. Next I have Lisa Marie Rice. This is the first book I read by Lisa Marie Rice. I really, really enjoyed this. He was over the top, this guy too. And I love this story too because this was set in Italy. So I guess you could say this was an international romance, and this is also a romantic suspense, and this is set in Italy. I liked it because it was set in a foreign country. I haven't read too many books where it's set in Italy, unless it's a historical. You know, most of those are set in England, but like Italy, you don't read too many romances set in Italy or Russia or stuff like that. So when I found it was in Italy, I was already all in with this book. But like I said, he's over the top, and this another female that process. Yeah, she's a weak female because she letting the guy do everything. But it didn't bother me because I love this book. I really, really enjoyed it. I've read this one a couple of times. And this Port of Paradise. And when I read, like I said, this is my first book by Lisa Marie Rice. So once I read this story, I really, really enjoyed it. So, you know, I had to go and look up her other books. And I started reading the, what book did she have? The Dangerous series. I think I read so many of her books, so I read myself out. I said I got to take a break from Lisa Marie Rice because all of her books will start sounding the same. Because I think I read most of the books in that Dangerous series. And in the Dangerous series, I think most of her books are romantic suspense because I know the Dangerous series is a romantic suspense. And I think I just went, every book I saw with, well, all of these authors I'm giving you now are automatic buys for me back when. I don't buy them like I used to, but back in the day, all of these authors, I got most of their books. Most of the authors. Because I had a lot of Lisa Marie Rice. I had a lot of Sarah McCarthy. And I had, I did a few of Jory Strong because, like I said, she really over the top with her alpha male sometimes. So, yeah. Let's tell you when this was published. This was published in 2000 and... So it got 2 different... Maybe the ebook, because a lot of these I read in ebook form, and then I liked it so much I went and got the actual book. So maybe she did the ebook in 2003 and the book was trade paperback September 2004. So it's either 2003 or 2004 when this was published. But I enjoyed it. And it's another Elora Cave book, so you know it got adult content in it. Warning: adult content and extreme over-the-top alpha male. Port of Paradise by Lisa Marie Rice. And like I said, I also read her Dangerous series. I don't know how many books in that series, but if you want to check it out, it's the Dangerous series. I thought I had wrote down a book from the series, but I guess I didn't. It's just the Dangerous series is all I remember out of it. But this book right here is not part of a series. This is just a standalone book, Port of Paradise, Lisa Marie Rice. Okay, those are most of the over-top alpha male characters. These next book, they got alpha male in these. They're not over the, well, I guess you could say they're a little bit over the top, but not way over the top, because these are like your cold, at the end you be like, is he really in love with the heroine? Because they'll be showing no emotions or nothing. I be like, really? Well, the first 2 books I got to show you right here. I got 3 more books. In the first 2, at the end, I was like, is the guy really in love with the... Because he didn't show any emotion. He was like cold. So if you don't like your cold male character, alpha male, who don't show any emotion, and at the end of the book, he still ain't showing that much emotion, these might not be for you. But I still love the male character. I still loved him. It was just something about the guy that I still love. And I love the female character. And I really love this book right here. Because some people probably don't even... Black eyes, they probably like, nope, I don't think so. I mean, I got 4 more books. I'm sorry. I got 3 physical books and 1 book I want to show you off of my Kindle because I don't have the actual book. I got the book around here somewhere, but I didn't feel like going looking for it, so I just put it up on my Kindle. But like I said, this is this is Black Ice, and this male character, yeah, he's really, yeah, he's all about his business, and he don't be showing too much emotions. No, except in the bedroom. That's it. And this is Black Ice, and this is Ann Stewart, and this is in the what is this series called? This is also in a series. This is called the Ice series. So I enjoyed this so much. I started reading the series. I think I read maybe about 2 books, and I couldn't get into the other 2 books, so I didn't continue with the series. I just stopped at this one. I only bought this one because I don't think I might have bought another one, but maybe about 2. I think I bought 2 more books, but I don't know if I kept them or not because I didn't enjoy them as much as I enjoyed this one. So I'm going to recommend Black Ice by Ann Stewart. Read at your own risk because the male character, you're going to be at the end. Is he really in love with the heroine? But I don't know why I still love this book. I gave it 4 stars, but on Goodreads it got 3.71 stars. So yeah, there you go. And this is a romantic suspense. Next, these next 2 books is by Linda Howard here. We got Cry No More and Kill and Tell. Now, Kill and Tell, this is just like Black Ice, the hero in this book. At the end of this book, well, no, it wasn't this one. Let's go with this one. At the end of Cry No More, yeah, I was like, is the guy really in love with the hero? Because he didn't show, like I said, only in the bedroom. Because otherwise, I was like, okay, he was just too cool. Cool and cold, you know. It's those characters, they got those characteristics that you love, but he's so cold, you know. You don't know what he's thinking, and you still didn't know what he was thinking at the end of the book. You're like, what? But you still love the story anyway. That's when you know you got a good writer, cause the guy is like, really, I can't get into this character. You know, you be like, I can't get it, cause some books you read, the story not even good. And if the characters, you know, the character not doing it for you, you be like, I can't even finish this book. But the story was so good, and she wrote the male character in a way that even though he was cold, he still had something that was drawing you in. I was like, oh my goodness. I still, what is his name? I don't even know if she got his name on here. I don't even see it, but he was mysterious. I fell in love with it. It was a love-hate relationship with the guy from Black Ice and the guy from Cry No More. Love-hate relationship, because it was something about those guys that you fall in love with, but they so cold, you be like, oh my goodness, I don't know. You're confused. Because at the end, I was like, is he in love with the heroine? I don't know. You're still confused at the end of the book, but you loved it. I gave this one 4 stars, and this one got, what did Goodreads give it? Goodreads gave, the readers on Goodreads, they gave it 4 stars. So it was a good book. But that male character, yeah, he was alpha, and he was, yeah. But he had something about him that, yeah, you still love. You would like the female character. I don't know if you love me or not, but I'm just going with it. I highly recommend Linda Howard, Cry No More. And I have one more by Linda Howard. Sorry, my camera went out. I got one more here by Linda Howard. As you know, back in the day, I read all of Linda Howard when she wrote for Silhouette Special Edition and Silhouette Intimate Moments. I bought all of her books. I think I bought every book that she wrote for Silhouette. And then she started writing these romantic suspense. Her romantic suspense, did I tell you this is a romantic suspense? Her romantic suspense are a hit and miss for me, but these 2 right here, I really love by her. This one I also gave 4 stars. This guy in here, he's alpha male, but he's better than the guy was in Cry No More. Because in Cry No More, he was all hard. But in here, you can tell that he has some feeling for the female character. And I really enjoyed this one. I gave this 4 stars. This is Kill and Tell by Linda Howard. This is also another romantic suspense. I really, really enjoyed it. The readers on Goodreads gave it 3.97 stars. I guess some of them didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. I really, really, and it's set in New Orleans too. So I really enjoyed this book. I highly, highly recommend Linda Howard, Kill and Tell, and Cry No More. Check them out and let me know what you think about them. And the last book I have here, I'm going to get it off of my Kindle here. Shannon McKinnon, She writes some alpha male, and this book right here is in a series. Was the other books in a series? I'm sorry. No, I don't think the other 3 books, these other 3, this was in it. I think I told you this was in a series, but Linda Howard, were these in a series? I can't remember. Let me go back and look in here. Kiss and Tell, it says in a series, but it says the CIA series, and this was book 1 in the CIA series. I didn't know this was in a series. Maybe I'll go back and see can I find the series, but I didn't know this was in a series. And it says the CIA Spies, book 1. And this is this book is in a series. This is book 1 in the, you're gonna trip out about this. This is the what is this called? McCloud and Friends series. This is the series you're gonna call this McClouds and Friends series. So I guess this on the McCloud brothers and their friends. So it's all in there together. It just, you don't have to read this in order. It's all gonna be on different guys. And like I said, strong alpha male and strong adult content. Behind closed doors, it's a romantic suspense. And I don't know how many books are in the series. I think I've read book 1 and book 1 is not even on a McCloud brother. It's on, I guess it's on the friend. And book 2, that's when you'll read on the McCloud brother. And book 2 is called Standing in the Shadows. I got that book. I read most of these books. I think I read a couple of them, and then I read myself out. I always do that. I find an author that I really, really love, and I just go, especially if it's in a series, I just go buy each book in the series when it come out, and I just read it so much that I just read myself out till all the books go to sounding the same, because like I said, it's McClouds and Friends, and they all do the same kind of, I don't know if they have a security firm or they military. They got something, they either was in the military together and friends, I don't remember, but you just start reading it over and over till all the books start sounding the same, and then I just read myself out, because I think this was she had quite a few books in this series that I might have read about 6 of them, 6 or maybe, I know I read a couple till I got burned out. Maybe I stopped at 3 or 4. I was like, yeah, they all start sounding the same. But yeah, I recommend Shannon McKenna if you like romantic suspense, and she's a good alpha male writer. Shannon McKenna, and this Behind Closed Doors is the first book in the McClouds and Friends series. And then we got, I'm gonna go back through them again. We got Cry No More by Linda Howard. Highly recommend this one too, even though cold male character, at the end you're gonna be like, what? And Kiss and Tell, highly recommend this, really loved it. Linda Howard, both of these by Linda Howard, good alpha male writer. And then we got Black Ice by Ann Stewart, and she got another series out. It was a historical, if you want a historical romance by her, by Ann Stewart. It's the let me see what that's called here, The House of Rohan. I got those books too. Yeah, now those are over the top adult content, and over the top I think the male leads are alpha male too. I can't remember, but her historical romance series is The House of Rohan, and the first book in the series is Ruthless, if you want to check out her historical romance series. But this is book 1 in the Ice series, and this is book 1 in the what's it called, the book 1 in the CIA Spy series. Put that over there. And we got book 1 in the Promise series, Sarah McCarthy. And Jewelry Strong, book 1 in the Supernatural Bonds series, Jewelry Strong. Trace Psychic, and this was Promises Linger. And I had one more here, Lisa Marie Rice, Port of Paradise. So all of those are good. Those writers write good alpha male characters. Some of them are over the top, some of them are okay, but if you don't mind your alpha male being over the top or just being an alpha male character, and if you don't mind sometimes the female, she's not playing a very strong female character, then I recommend these books. But like I said, just read at your own risk, because everybody don't like alpha male characters. But that's all I have for now. I hope you all enjoy this video. I don't remember who wanted to know about some alpha male authors. I don't remember who wrote the message that they wanted. Could I recommend some alpha male authors? And I finally did it. I finally got it together, and those are my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed them. If you read any of these, let me know what you thought about them. Did you like them? Do you like over-the-top alpha male characters? Or you be like, nope, I can't handle it. I'm DNXing this book. Let me know what you think below in the comments below. That's what I want to say. In the comments below, let me know what you think about it. But that's all I have for now. I'll see you all later. Continue to enjoy your weekend. Bye.